Hi everyone, I'm Amy from Code Crew, and today we're going to cover the same material we covered in meeting 4. So first we talk about a transition from PyCharm to Repel, which is a web-based interface, and you don't need to download anything. So it's more user-friendly, and you don't need to do any create Python file or any of that stuff. So then we review the list method we covered in meeting 3. First, we let you to create a list of states. You can just copy and paste this statement from the PowerPoint to your repel.it. So this PowerPoint is available in the topics page of Code Crew and in meeting PowerPoint section. So the first task is to add Michigan to the list, and the second is delete Texas from the list. So you can pause the video and then try it yourself first, and now I will show you how to do it. The first is adding. So adding, we went over that there are 3 ways to add a list. The first is states equal to states plus Michigan. And if you run it, and then go to console, it will appear at the end of the list. So the second way to do it is states.append, and then brace, and then your string Michigan. It will appear at the end of the list too. The third way is to states.insert, and then you can change the value, change the place you place this item to the list to whatever you want. So if you run it, it will still appear at the end of the list. But notice that if you change 6 to 0, it will appear at the beginning of the list. So this is the only adding method that you can change the place where you place this item to the list. So then we go over to the deleting method. There are 2 ways to delete one item from the list. The first way is states.remove, and then brace in your string right here. So it's similar with states.append and then states.insert. You can just run it, and then our Texas is deleted from the list. The second way is del space states space and then square bracket 1. So the reason it is 1, it's because it's in the second place, and then we start counting from 0 and then 1 over here. So if you print it, Texas will delete from the list. And if you change 1, like if you want to delete California from the list, it will be 0. And then we finally go to the new material covering the meeting 4. So it's the Boolean expression. There are only 2 values in the Boolean expression, which is true or false. So here are some operators that we commonly use in the Boolean expression: greater than, less than, equal to, less or equal to, greater or equal to, and not equal to. Here are 2 exercises, and then ask you about which of the following is a Boolean expression, and select all that apply. The first one is obviously a Boolean expression. The second one is also one, and it will return false. The third one is not, because there's no Boolean the operator. And then the fourth one is true. Notice that the fifth one, E, is not a Boolean expression because there are 2 double quotation marks over here. And then what is the output of print 5 equal to 5? It will obviously return true. And then this one will return to false. So now guess what's the output of these 2 statements? If x equal to 5, and then the next print method is print brace x greater than 0 and x smaller than 10. So obviously it is true, and then your concept will appear true. The second one is n equal to 25, and then notice that this one is the modulus operator that we covered in the second meeting. So it will return the remainder of n divided by 2. So we can try this code over here in repel.it. Let me delete this list. So this print statement will return true because 5 is greater than 0 and smaller than 10. And then n equal to 25, and then this statement will return false. Because if you see 25 divided by 2 is 12.5, which the remainder is not 0. And then 25 divided by 3 is 8.3, which is also the remainder not 0. And then we go to the conditional execution, so which is commonly known as if-else statements. The common structure is if Boolean expression statement 1, and then it will execute only if this Boolean expression is true. Else it will execute that second statement. You can add multiple statements under this if or else. So we can see this flow chart over here. So here is a condition, and then it will execute the statement 1 only if this condition is true, and then execute the second statement if false, if the condition is false. Here's an example code that you can copy and paste to your to your repel to see what's the result. So age equal to 16, and then if age greater or equal to 16, print this string over here, and then else print this statement over here. If I run it, it will appear, "Congratulations, you can drive now." So this is basically the variable, and then if you set this variable to, so this is the Boolean expression as we just learned. So if you set this variable to greater or equal to the operator to 16, you can see like print whatever you want. And then else, so this means that the Boolean expression over here is not true. This statement will print. You can change the value like to 14, and then notice that this statement will execute. So then we give you some time to try it yourself to change all these variables, values, and then the Boolean expression and the print and then the strings within the printing statement to whatever you want. For example, you can change age, this variable, to grade equal to, for example, 95, and then change the Boolean expression to if grade greater or equal to 94, print "Congratulations, you have an A." Else print "You are below A," and yeah. So you can change whatever you want and then try what's the result. And that's it for our meeting 4. The next meeting will be November 27, and see you there.